tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun on Breakfast with Bob.
Thank you, Pancho Man. Welcome back, everybody. Day one, Breakfast with Bob from Kona and Huggo's on the Rocks. My name is Bob Babbitt. We're brought to you by Master Spas SFuels Go Longer, HOKA Let's Fly, deboer wetsuits, Form Smart Swim goggles, Zoot Sports, original triathlon brand, Quintana Premium Plus Sports, and of course our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, two-time Olympian, two-time Challenge Roth champion, three-time third place at Ironman, PTO European champion, 2019 Ironman World Champion, the great Annie Haug.
Thanks so much.
There's too much stuff. I need to turn that over to the next page, all your stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm getting older. The list gets longer and longer.
What I love seeing is I look at you as an Ironman person, but deep down, you see yourself still as that Olympic athlete, because when you go and win the European Open, right, those are distances that really shouldn't suit you as an Ironman person, but you love them.
Yeah, I mean, deep in my heart, I'm still an Ironman, I'm still an ITU athlete, and I just love the quick and fast stuff, and I think the PTO distance is exactly the distance where I cope my swim,
yes.
And I'm still able to run really quick, so I think that's something that just suits my metabolism quite well, and I have really fun doing it. And for Ironman, I see it more as a big challenge. Also, I know it doesn't really suit my body, so I have really forced my body to be efficient and endurance, and it always wants to be a Ferrari, you know? It doesn't want to be efficient like long. Yeah,
you don't want to be a diesel.
Yeah, no.
You want to be a Ferrari.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, you are. You're both. You're a Ferrari and a diesel. So, as somebody who's when you European Open, you're going against all these Olympians and all these ITU athletes, and you're still able to compete with them. How?
Yeah, that was quite amazing. But I think, I surprised myself a bit, but I had a good training. And I think, it's endurance sports, and endurance sports live from consistency. And I can't remember when I was injured the last time. So I had a very, very consistent training over maybe 3 or 4 years. I never really made a break. And I don't see a reason why I should slow down if you train more. So you get more like training years in your body. And if you're not injured, not sick,
right,
then why should you get slower? And if the motivation is still there to be better, then I don't see a reason why age should be like a reason to slow down.
If you had the opportunity, would you love to go back and do the Olympics again?
If you can cut out the swim, yes, but the swim start is really, I mean, I never get used to it during my ITU times because it's so scaring and frightening to swim all out on the first buoy, and then there's like war on the first buoy. So I'm pretty happy that I not have to do it anymore. But for sure, I would still like the racing itself. Yeah, I really like it.
When you came here for the first time, and did you get third the first time you came here? What was it? Right away, did you feel this place is good for you? This place is special for you?
Apparently, I come here like every other athlete as well and think, how the heck can you do an Ironman here? Because it's absolutely hot and like temperatures you can't get used to, you can't prepare for. But apparently the island is always very kind to me, and I always get a medal here, and it seems to suit me in some way. So I feel like the same pain and the same suffer like everyone else.
You're one of those people that you love to train. And I follow you. You're in Lanzarote, and the training part and being with the squad, is that your happy place, just being able to go out every day and swim, bike, run?
I don't have a squad. I'm pretty much on my own, but you're never alone in Club La Santa.
Right.
It's a big training camp, and I always have people to join me for my swim. But I love to do most of the time. My hard bike rides I do anyway on the turbo, and my hard runs I do anyway on the treadmill. So there's no much room for company. But yeah, I just like my routine. I have a pretty good setup. I go to Club La Santa since I started my career, and I'm there preparing there for every single race in my career for over 17 years, and that's just a happy place for me, and I know I get in shape there. There's no much distraction. There's
Right.
just pure training, sleep and eat, and that's exactly what I need to get in form.
So when I look at Challenge Roth and 2:43 marathon there, how fast do you think you could run a marathon here?
I don't know. You can't compare Ironmans. Every race is different, and
Right.
it's not swim, bike, run. It's triathlon, and it all depends how hard you have to go on the bike and
Right.
how much energy is left for the run. For sure, for a pure marathon, I can go apparently pretty quick, but after 180 Ks, it's a different story,
Yes. So after you won this race, after you won in 2019, how did your world change, or did it?
Of course, the media attention gets bigger. I mean, you can't really, I don't know why, but ITU never had this audience like Ironman.
Right.
Because I won World Championship medals in ITU as well, but it's just not as popular as Ironman. And I think the combination was just what makes it so big in Germany, because I won together with Jan, and we both have Dan as a coach, and it was just this fantastic story, and I was the first German female who ever won that. So a lot of things came together, and then it was absolutely busy back home, but then COVID came and shut down everything from one day to another, but it was quite good because it became too busy, and I felt that I really had to compromise my training, and that's what I don't want to do, because the most important thing for me is do my training and get my performance right. And I don't want to be a superstar, I want to be a good athlete, and that requires to train every single day, and that's the most important thing for myself.
As a coach, tell me what makes Dan special.
Dan it's just such a big privilege to meet him in university. I mean, he was the first man ever who believed in me, and he coached me now for 19 years. Next year he coached me half of my life, so I think that's a relationship you can't really describe. And it's just because he's not the best coach in the world, he's the best person in the world, and I think that makes the relationship so special. And he always finds ways to get new training stimulus, because sometimes people tend to change coaches because they need a new stimulus.
Right.
And I never really felt it, because I think every year is something changed, something is different. He always finds ways, and that's quite special.
I think that relationship between Jan has been with Coach Lering forever as well. And when I look at Brent McMahon with Lance Watson for 25 years, that is a special relationship. And if you're not having a great year, rather than looking in a mirror, it's easy to fire your coach. Mm-hmm. And we see that a lot. When you look back at your amazing career, transitioning from Olympics to long distance, how did he help with that?
Yeah, a lot, because when I was an ITU athlete, I never thought I would do a long course at all, because I was so into ITU and I couldn't believe to do long course. But then he made the transition with Jan, and he said, your metabolism is kind of similar, and it worked quite well with Jan, so he think maybe it can work with me as well. And you just have to believe and trust and faith in the process, and that's what I always have with Dan. And he always has good explanations why some things doesn't work out well or some things work better. So I think communication and trust is the most important thing. And if you work with someone like Dan for so long, he knows your body better than you know it yourself.
Right.
And I'm just 100% trust him and follow what he say, because I know he's the best coach. I have to do what he says, and then I will be good. It works out since 19 years.
And he's been coaching Lucy as well.
Yes, and Sarah True as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a conflict at all when your coach is coaching people you're competing with?
I wouldn't say it doesn't bother me at all, but I don't want to bother me, because Dan is the best coach, and for sure everyone wants to be coached by him. And the reason why you don't want it is because you think he makes your competitor even better, because you know what he's capable of. But that's a fear you have yourself, and I don't want to be frightened by others, because I try to turn it around, and it makes me motivated, because I don't want to. If I want to be world champion, I want to like beat the best people in their best shape. Otherwise, a world championship title is worth nothing. So, and it keeps me going, you know, every single day, because I know I have to be better every single day I wake up to beat these girls. And that's a kind of a good motivation, because I knew from ITU, if you like hide from competitors, you don't be better, you know. You need the direct competition every single day to make the best out of yourself, and in the end of the day it's just you and what you can do, and the goal should always be to be the best version of yourself, no matter what everyone else is doing, and you need the good competitors for that.
What would it mean to you to win this race again?
Yeah, of course it would be amazing, but I mean, it's not like a guessing game, you know. You just can do your very best and hope for the best. And to win something like that, everything has to come together, and you need on top the little bit of extra luck as well. So I would be absolutely happy if I crossed the finish line saying I couldn't have got any second faster out of my body, and then I would be happy.
I love it. And after the season's over, right, you take time off. Do you take much time off? Because it seems like you love training.
Yeah, I think that's where I really feel my age, that I can't like rest for too long, because then I get rusted everywhere. So I always have to keep going.
You have to keep moving. You have to keep. Yeah,
exactly. So I feel better if I move. So for sure, I have 2 weeks where like we call it fit for fun training, but then I want to go back. I already booked Lanzarote again. So.
Are you going back to Lanzarote right after this, or after 2 weeks?
No, I have a month back home, but I'm back in November then in Lanzarote.
It's not a bad time to leave Germany to go to Lanzarote in November. Annie, as always, thank you so much for being so gracious with your time. How about a big round of applause for Annie Haug?
Sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun on Breakfast with Bob.
And Patrick.